Hello and welcome to Making Mindfulness Fun. In this video, I'm covering everything you need to know about having your North Node in your first house, also known as your ascendant. Hello and welcome to Making Mindfulness Fun. I'm Isabelle, the co-founder and personality expert here at Making Mindfulness Fun. I help you understand who you are using personality typing. Today I'm talking about astrology and a very specific aspect in astrology that I think is extremely important. There are three aspects in astrology that I consider the most important to know in your birth chart: your moon, your Lilith, and your North Node. By knowing your North and South Node, you know what your path to growth is in this lifetime. Me and Gabby are currently covering a series on what it means to have each North and South Node in a specific sign that are opposing each other. But I wanted to talk about what it means to have each North Node in a certain house, because not only do you have a sign that your North Node is in, but you also have a house. And this shows what area of your life you need to focus on. What is a North Node even in the first place? If you don't know exactly what a North Node is, and all you know is that you pulled up your chart for the first time and it says North Node in second house or fifth house or first house, you don't even know what North Node is. Your North Node is your highest path to growth in this lifetime. Spiritually, if you believe in reincarnation, your South Node is the energy you mastered in your past life and that you now have to overcome in this lifetime, and your North Node is the energy you're supposed to move towards in this lifetime. And if you don't believe in reincarnation, it is simply the thing that your South Node is what you're going to overuse, and your North Node is what you need to learn to use more. So in this lifetime, you can struggle to step into the energy of whatever sign the North Node is in. For example, if you had a North Node in Taurus, you may struggle with having stability and practicality and inner grounding in your life, and you might tend to be more sporadic or energetic or overthink a lot because you tend to overuse Scorpio energy. But knowing not only the sign it's in, but the house it's in is really important. So what is a house? In astrology, there are 12 houses, and think of it like an ice cream parlor, is how at least I like to think of it, where you have a private ice cream parlor and you have all these unique different flavors, maybe lavender, vanilla, honey, or chocolate rocky road, and you have these specific flavors just for you, and these flavors represent your planets in the sign that they're in, or your points in the sign they're in. If you have a Jupiter and Aries, that's example of strawberry or something, whatever it is. And you can order these flavors, but you need a delivery for them. And so you get to choose between maybe a waffle cone with sprinkles, a sugar cone, a cup, whatever it is. That is your delivery of your ice cream. And the cup or the cone is like a house. The houses are the 12 areas of our lives. So whenever we have a planet in a house, that's where that energy will show up. So finding out what sign or what house your North Node is in shows you what area of life you need to grow towards and move towards using more. And the house that your South Node is in is the area of life you tend to overuse or overthink about or overdo. So what does it mean to have a North Node in your first house? The first house is also known as your rising sign and your ascendant. It's the rising sign is something that is in your big three. So if you're new to astrology, you know your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising. Your rising sign is how people see you. It's oftentimes the sign people would guess we are. It's how we appear. It sometimes even controls our perception of reality. For example, me as a Sagittarius rising, I appear curious, open-minded, energetic, and enthusiastic, but I also see life a bit through that lens where I'm always looking for opportunities, looking for ways to expand. So with a North Node in your first house, you can tend to in life look to other people for emotional fulfillment or be over-focused on other people. Naturally, the opposite of the first house, if you have a North Node in first house, you're going to have a South Node in seventh house. And seventh house is all about partnerships. So growing up, these people can be very focused on maintaining one-on-one connections, whether it's through a parent or a sibling or a relationship. These people can get very drawn to thinking, I'm only worthy or valuable based off of the people I'm in connection with. And so these people can be very focused on getting into a relationship, forming a close connection, maybe even getting married. The idea of marriage seems very exciting for them and something that they truly want. But what ends up happening is that these people can experience, as they're growing up and as they get older with this South Node karma, is that these connections seem to just fall and fail, and maybe people betray them or they just don't feel fulfilled from them, and so naturally one-on-one connections fall away. This is because this energy was overused in a past life and you're supposed to move away from it now. Your North Node is what the universe wants you to embrace in this lifetime. So with a South Node 7th house, You can tend to try to focus on connections in this lifetime, maybe even just being in a relationship, and no matter what, you can't seem to stay in a relationship, and you feel like, what am I doing wrong? I'm not a bad person. And you're not. It's not that you shouldn't be in a relationship. It's just that your North Node in first house means that your destiny in this lifetime is to move towards your own identity. Not only is the first house just how we see each other, but it's all about self-identity and knowing who we are in the first place. The first house is represented or correlated with Aries. And Aries is the moment we just come out into the world. We're in reality. We come out of the womb. Pisces represents the womb. Aries is the moment we step out of that. It's about forming who we are, being a starter. So with a North Node in your first house, you're supposed to come here and ground into your self-identity more. Not to be confused with becoming overly identified with a persona. A North Node first house means that your destiny here in this lifetime is to realize that you can have a valuable human experience just by yourself. I was actually just doing a meditation by Moon Omens where they're talking about imagining that you are in the world alone, that you're the only person who exists on this planet, and what a difference it can make to have just one person added to that and see a different perspective. And I think this is a theme that kind of runs along with the North Node in the first house, is that you're so used to collaborating with other people, you're naturally going to try to be diplomatic. But what if you were just in this world alone? What would you do? And that can be really uncomfortable. No one wants to live on this earth alone. But a North Node in first house is all about embracing the idea of you can have a valuable human experience by yourself. What do you want? This can be a hard concept for North Node first house people to embrace. If it was totally up to you, who do you want to be? Not to make other people happy, but who do you want to be as a human being or consciousness expressing itself in human form? What kind of person do you want to be? What would that person do? How would that person feel? What kind of aura would they give off? Let yourself be that person and really experiment with the idea of identity and what makes you who you are. Because who you are is not just how you perceive yourself. It's who you are is what you want. Who you are is what you think. Who you are is what you feel. You are the culmination of everything you think, feel, and do. And so really focus on that if you're a North Node in first house, because that is your destiny here that you're supposed to embrace. If you enjoyed this video about the North Node in first house and found it useful, please leave a comment below and let me know what you think. How have you stepped into your North Node first house, and what do you still struggle with as a North Node first house? I know that it is certainly not easy for us to step into our North Node. After all, it's our highest growth in this lifetime, so it can be very challenging. So leave a comment below and let me know if you're struggling with. And if you want more guidance on how to actually break free of your South Node and step into your North Node so that you can live the most fulfilling existence in alignment with your highest frequency possible in this lifetime, and you just want to feel vibrant, healthy, and growing, hit the link below to join Be the Hero, our group membership, which you can join for free right now. If you're watching this before the new year of 2023, you can join now for free. Hit the link below to join, and I'm on there every day teaching you not only about your North Node, but all the rest of your astrology and your numerology and your Enneagram and more with a group of other coaches. So join Be the Hero in the link below to actually start thriving instead of just surviving, and hit the link below to get my free birth chart workbook where I teach you how to understand the basics of your chart. If you're new to astrology, this is great for beginners. If you just want to understand how to apply your astrology more instead of just data harvesting and being able to regurgitate information, the free birth chart workbook is great for you. So hit the link below to get that as well. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for further videos on the North Node through the houses. Namaste.